everyone. Welcome back to the b8ta TV studio for another live episode of b8ta Insider. I'm your host, Noelle, and today I am joined by the co-founders of the brand Sunday Citizen. You guys, if you don't know Sunday Citizen, I highly encourage you to go check them out right now on Instagram. Their handle is at sunday.citizen. And you're going to absolutely fall in love with the lifestyle products that they have available. They are making the world's softest things. And Mike and Michelle Abadi, they're not only the co-founders, but they are a married couple. And I'm so excited that they're going to be here today to tell us more, not only about their founding story, but again, about these luxurious products that they've developed. So let's bring them in now to the conversation. Live from Miami, we have Mike and Michelle. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi, Noelle. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. As I mentioned, I mean, you guys have just created such an amazing brand, such amazing products that are really sort of revolutionary for the home. I'm so excited to chat more with you guys about them. But first and foremost, I would love to kind of know what inspired the brand. How did you guys get started?
So the real story started, Sunday Citizen as a brand is fairly new. We still haven't even turned 2 years old. But the story goes back a little bit further, pretty much to the time where we were getting married 5 years ago. We were approached by a friend who owns a couple of boutique hotels, very luxurious, very high-end hotels. And he knew that I come from a family of textile engineers, and that I had a lot of experience with production and sourcing. So he reached out to me because he had a challenge. He wanted for his hotels to create a blanket that was extremely soft, but at the same time it had to be durable for washing and reusing in like in an industrial setting like a hotel, right? And he didn't find anything in the market. Everything that was normally used for hotels, he wasn't satisfied from a touch point of view, and everything that was very soft, you couldn't wash it in an industrial level, right? So he came to us with that challenge, and that's where we originally helped him. We created this beautiful blanket, which today sells in Sunday Citizen as our Casablanca throw. This was our original product. If you're ever at the Ivy Hotel in Charlotte, and if you go to the rooms, you can see one of our blankets in every single room, and that's basically how we started. So the clients loved the blanket, they loved the product. The guests, when they would check out from the Ivies, they would ask, "Hey, can we buy these blankets? Where can I get them?" And that's when we started to slowly realize that we had a winner in our hands. It was a great product, but it took us a while to actually, we spent maybe 2-3 years getting feedback, making improvements, perfecting, and it was a very iterative process. And then once we felt confident that we had a great product, that's when we got together with Michael, our co-founder, and we said, let's take this nationwide, right? Let's take it across the country through a website, and that's where sunday-citizen.co as a brand, as a website, was born. So we launched and we had our first sale less than 2 years ago, pretty much.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, you guys, I understand, have been featured already in national publications. Architectural Digest, Cosmopolitan has taken note, Martha Stewart. Just amazing what you've been able to do in such a short amount of time. Tell me about the name, because I absolutely love the name. So what inspired the name? How did you guys come up with it?
Well, firstly, I got involved in the company because I was the official guinea pig. And after months and months to be surrounded by these blankets, I really fell in love with the product as a user, as a mom, and as like building a new home with my family. So we all agreed on the fact that the product was special because it was so soft that it was easy for us to imagine a brand all around it. And we started to think we wanted a lifestyle brand. We didn't want to sell a product. And we weren't selling a product. We were selling the idea that we fell in love with, which was like surround ourselves with soft, comfortable things that are easy to care for, easy to use to decorate, and also to, like sleep comfy, watch TV, whatever. And the whole idea behind the name was that on Sundays is the day that we see as the day that you pamper yourself. You take care of yourself, you take a break and breathe and give yourself some love. And we know in the world we live in, and obviously us also like working hard every day and trying to raise a family and do everything at the same time, it's so important to take a break and to give something to yourself. We're all talking about giving others, and we truly believe that's the end goal of life. But in order to give others, you have to be happy and come from a point of strength. So we wanted to focus on that, on give yourself some love, like show yourself respect and love so that you can show it to others as well and take care of everything else. And we wanted to focus on that, on the fact that on Sunday you're chilled, you're relaxed, you're the best version of yourself, and you take time for yourself.
Yes, absolutely. I love all of that. I mean, a huge fan of self-care, and obviously I love that you guys are sort of living out that philosophy too. I know you've got 2 little ones at home and a third on the way. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. It's your
so exciting
to live by the words.
Definitely, yeah. So your family is growing, the business is growing. I mean, I can't even imagine how busy you guys are. But sounds like at the end of the day, like you're saying, you take that time to kind of relax, reset, so you can give more of yourselves the next day, which is awesome. When it comes to product engineering, I understand you guys at one point actually moved to China. You moved your family to China to be really involved in that process. So tell me about why it's so important to you, and also how you approach creating and developing these products that are not only luxurious, but also really practical.
So yeah, look, I come from a family of textile engineers. So I grew up around textiles, since I was a little kid, and we really understand that a great product is really something that you have to engineer. The approach of just going to a factory and buying what they have to offer wasn't going to work. So that's when we realized that we really had to be there and co-create these products with the factories. We were not just going there and buying, because if for that I can just fly to China, buy, and come back, right? So we felt we had to take a step further and engineer these products. So like you said, we moved to China with 2 babies, and it was a challenge. It was an adventure, but it really allowed us to get involved with the factories in a very intimate level, and co-create products together. We got involved in everything from the design to the engineering, all the way to the yarn. We actually went to the factory with the yarns and created the blends that we wanted to use. And that took a lot of involvement from a product perspective. Even though we are a e-commerce company and everything, at the end of the day we are a product-centered company where the product is at the heart of it, and that allowed us to really create something unique. So that everything is engineered for softness and engineered for washability, ease of use, right? So that's the challenges that it posed. And now, for example, we're shifting part of our production to Mexico, for example, and we're following in the same footsteps. We're not just going into a factory and buying from there. We're literally setting up shop and co-engineering products with these new factories. So it's a process where it's necessary for the type of products that we're building.
And Mike, given your family's background, like you said, in the textile industry for 4 generations, how has that sort of influenced you in terms of selecting certain materials? And also, I understand that sustainability has become very, very important to you and to the company.
Yeah, look, I think when it comes to textiles, a great product comes from great materials, right? And that's when you really have to. There's a lot of great innovation that has happened in the textile space. around material engineering, and really that's where our focus has been on the real raw material, like I said, going all the way to the yarns that we use, right? So that's the real focus. And like you said, something that has evolved that maybe was not necessarily as relevant in my grandfather's time, but definitely
Uh-huh.
very relevant now, is the focus on sustainability, right? So as we develop the products, we have to also face that challenge of softness, washability, right? Those are our two fundamentals, but we have a third one, which is trying to make the product as environmentally friendly as possible. So, for example, we midway through, after 6 months of selling, we, for example, changed our comforters so that the backside used bamboo. Bamboo was one of those fabrics that really hit on both marks because it was both a very, very soft fabric, machine washable, and at the same time, bamboo is a great material from an environmental point of view because it's much more efficient from a land use point of view, from a water use point of view than cotton or a lot of the other materials that you could buy, right? So bamboo really, so we start using bamboo in as much as possible. Everything from our comforters to our bed sheets, our eye masks, all use bamboo. So that was a great way of how we could join all these three things, right?
Another, like, I think it just became part of our process to ask the question all the time. It's just normal in our personality, and thankfully our generation, I think, as a whole, we all think this way. So we come up with a suggestion of a product or with a sample, and then we ask, and where is it coming from? What kind of material is it? Can it be made from recycled materials? Can it be used later? How can we improve this? And it was funny because that's also how we ended up having our comforter filling made of recycled plastic bottles. So we already have our filling. The filling is something you don't even see. And we would just ask the question, can this filling be something sustainable? And that's how Mike figured out with the factories how to make it from a sustainable way and turn it around.
So with every comforter that you buy, it's the equivalent of taking 50 bottles of plastic that would have otherwise ended up in the ocean, in a landfill, and they end up in this really soft comforter that's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, that is so cool. And speaking of the comforter, I want to pull up a couple of photos that we have of that product so everybody can see just how beautiful and luscious that looks. I mean, look at that bedding in that picture on the left. Aesthetically beautiful as well, as being so comfortable. So tell me, I know this is one of your best sellers. Why do you think it's so popular?
So, after we had developed the blanket for our partner Michael, he came up with a new challenge. He challenged us to say, okay, you made the blanket soft. Now let's make the whole bed soft. Okay, he really wanted to get away from the traditional view of the bed as a decorative piece in your room, and make it something that's comforting, inviting, and something you want to use, right? He would point to that movie of, I forgot the name, with Jennifer Aniston, where she's having a fight with her husband because she wants to have like 30 pillows in the bed that make it beautiful.
Yes,
Her
right.
husband, we don't need this. It's a waste of space and it's a pain in the, so we wanted to get away from that view of the bed and transform it into something that you use, that you want to be there, that you want to use, So the comforter really was at the centerpiece of this new strategy. And the comforter is a great innovation from us because it's really a mix of a bunch of products put together. It's like a mix of a blanket with a duvet with a top sheet, and it came together because we use the same, soft material that we use in the blanket. We mixed it with this recycled polyester filling to give it that weight and that insulation for the cold night. And then at the bottom, it's like having a very nice, soft, fitted sheet flat sheet on top of you made out of bamboo. So we got these three products and came up with this combo that's been an incredible product. And
Wow.
my wife can speak to this as it's great because it's also easy. We like to make the bed. It's a matter of seconds. You just like, and it lays out flat. You don't have to tuck in and you deal with a flat sheet. It's everything in one.
Right.
It's not only soft and comfortable, but it's really convenient and easy to wash.
Yes, yes, easy to wash. I love that sort of ease of use aspect of all of your products. Another one of your best sellers is the crystal weighted blanket, which again, we have some photos of. I want to pull those up now. Now, this product, I mean, you guys, this is so innovative. This is so cool. I haven't seen anything else like this out on the market. A weighted blanket that's actually infused with crystals. So the weight itself comes from a blend of crystals. What was the thinking here? I mean, how did you choose crystals and why did you choose crystals?
So the weighted blanket really, it really is a great product in itself as a category. It's a product that maybe 10 years ago, it was only used by doctors to treat patients that were dealing with stress or insomnia or problems of different types. It was really like a prescribed product by a doctor. But it has tremendous benefits. There's a lot of science behind it with this idea of like pressure. When you have pressure in your body, it really soothes you. It's the same reason why it feels good to get a hug from somebody you love. It's the same reason why when you have a newborn baby, you have to tug it really tight with like with a blanket. It has to be very tight because the baby finds comfort in this pressure, right? So it's in our biology, and really we saw it with my wife. She's has a lot of trouble sleeping. She wakes up at night constantly. She's tried everything to have a better sleep, and she tried a weighted blanket, and it solved her sleeping problem. It was incredible. It's like the most effective thing she's used to improve her quality of sleep. And when we saw that, we said we have to come up with our own version of the weighted blanket, right? So we knew we had to make it. We wanted to make it soft. We wanted to make it extra special in that sense. But we also saw that, hey, traditional weighted blankets are giving the weight through either some use sand, others use a glass pearls or plastic beads. So we said let's find something else that's brings another benefit, right? So we decided, in addition to the glass beads, we mixed it in with crystals. So these are crystals that were very carefully curated for their soothing properties, right? So crystals, not everybody is into crystals, but the science behind it is that there's like a vibration. Everything in the world has a vibration, right? We have a vibration. The table has a vibration, and the crystals have their own unique frequencies that have different effects on the body. So we chose amethyst, clear quartz, and rose quartz that, as a combination, really create this soothing sensation for the body. So we infuse every blanket with the little pouches that have the crystals scattered around your body. So you put the weighted blanket around it, and you're really covered in thousands of little crystals.
Wow. Yeah, I love this product so much. I mean, not only do you have the softness of that microfiber, of the blanket itself, but then the weight and just knowing that inside are these crystals that are kind of offering you that sort of natural healing energy is just so cool. Tell me about the different weights that the blanket comes in.
So with weighted blankets, you need to find your own way of using it, and according to your own weight, you should use a blanket that's around 10% of your body weight. So that's why we're offering a variety from 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds. And then we recently added the couple version, like the king size blanket, so that couples can share the blanket instead of having each their own. But yeah, basically you need to find the one that works for you.
Yeah. so great. And yeah, I personally love the 15-pound blanket. I think that's kind of my sweet spot. Michelle, like we talked about, you have a baby on the way. I mean, you're an entrepreneur, you're a busy mom at home. What would you say is sort of your approach to creating an oasis of comfort at home? I know that's a term that Mike has used. Tell me about why it's been so important to you as a mom to create these products for other moms, to really be surrounded by relaxation at the end of a busy day.
Yeah. Well, so I don't know. Honestly, I would love to tell you, yes, I have a beautiful home that always looks nice, everything looks done, and it's not true. We've been on the move for the past 5 years. It's been a real challenge for me to have a busy life and then have a home that feels as a home.
Yeah.
Like moving from Shanghai to Miami, back here and there, having babies in the meantime. But the thing is, since we started with these blankets, I've taken them all around because there were samples at the beginning, and then we sample each new product, and it's been easier to create rooms that look nice. I can make the bed in a couple of minutes, which is key. I wouldn't do it any other way. I don't have the time. So, I just like throw some pillows here and there. Sometimes it may look perfectly done, other times it looks messy. And it's also a style. The little messy and a throw here and there looks good and looks comfortable. And most importantly, I see it with my kids. My 4-year-old,
Yeah.
he's been inside in like on top of blankets since he's 6 months, trying them out. And he can actually tell differences. When we bring a sample that's softer than the previous models, he would choose that blanket instead of the old one, even if the other one is blue, So
Right.
uh, I see like they sleep with the blankets. They choose, they take our pillow samples and say, this is the one that I want. And it basically ended up being that in every room, we have a couple of blankets and pillows that make it cozy and comfortable. And even everyone that comes wants to be there and relaxes a bit.
The concept of a security blanket for a baby.
Yeah.
Babies will find a lot of security in their blanket. It's something that brings in not only warmth but comfort, right? And
Right.
what our partner Michael always says is that we are creating security blankets for adults.
Mhm.
That same feeling, that same dynamic, and it's the same type of comfort level that we try to bring with our products.
Yeah. So it's all kid approved, which is also great. And I think, obviously, so many people have spent so much time at home in the past year. And really, I mean, kind of we're still in it. And so I just think it's amazing that you've created these products that, again, really can make you not only feel comfortable in your home, but like you're saying, Mike, I mean, just secure, can lower anxiety, reduce stress, which I think we all could use a little bit more of right now. Tell me about what's on the horizon for Sunday Citizen. What can we expect to see from you guys in the future?
So we have a couple of some great new initiatives. We have a lot of projects that will push us further into making our product and our a company more environmentally conscious and environmentally friendly. So we have a lot of exciting things in that pipeline. We've also expanded internationally recently. Canada was our first market which we started in March. And we're going to continue exploring new markets. We already see demand, people from different countries requesting that we airship blankets all across the world, so it's something where hopefully we'll be in many other markets soon. And then we have a new collection as a standalone category that will be towards baby and kids. So when we originally launched, we had a very small selection of baby blankets, but it wasn't done to its full potential. And now we are sort of relaunching that category with a lot more variety and with a standalone identity that will really allow us to bring the same value propositions to everything from a newborn baby to a toddler to a kid, So we're going to start offering blankets, bed sheets, wearables, etc.
Amazing. And I mean, obviously makes a lot of sense, very appropriate given that you guys are going to be welcoming a new baby to the family very soon, right? In just a couple months?
Yes.
Oh my God. And do we know the gender?
No, it's a surprise.
No.
I have
A surprise.
boy,
Okay.
a tiebreaker here.
Amazing. Now, you guys, obviously, like we've talked about, I mean, you've just done so much in the past couple of years and really have built so many amazing products, incorporated so many new products into the line from, I just want to give people a taste. There's meditation pillows, there's loungewear, robes, eye masks, bedding. So really, I mean, this is a comfort lover's treasure trove. How can people become Sunday citizens? Where can they go to learn more and to buy the products?
So look, we have our website sundaycitizen.co, where you'll find everything there. We also encourage you to connect with us, through. It's more than just looking at our products, and it's connecting with us through the values that we're trying to bring out, and social media through Instagram is a great place to do that with us. We constantly have, we're constantly doing things in Instagram like meditation sessions and live sessions with a crystal sound healing. So we're really trying to bring a lot of this lifestyle, not only just a product but a lifestyle to our followers. And our emails, the same goes with emails. Like our emails are not just a source of hearing about our product, but we have a ton of nice, content for 10 types of meditation and different techniques of falling asleep faster. Different things like that really go along with the lifestyle that we're trying to portray. So. We have those channels, and very soon you'll find everything at b8ta.
Yes, coming soon to b8ta.com. We're so excited for that. And the Instagram handle is sunday.citizen?
Yes.
That's correct? Okay, great. Yeah. And then website is sundaycitizen.co, so everybody can head on over there to check out more of the products. Mike and Michelle, thank you guys so much for being here today, and best of luck to you both. Congratulations on the new baby on the way, and welcome to the b8ta family. Thank you. And thank you all for joining us here today on this live episode of b8ta Insider. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us over on Facebook, and head on over to b8ta.com to discover the world's most innovative products. We'll see you next time.